Discover 4 unique highlights across my vintage comic collection. First, explore the thrilling new graphic novels I read right here today. Second, join me uncovering rare vintage finds and hidden gems during massive weekend comic book hauls. Finally, browse through countless organized comic boxes and admire colorful issues displayed beautifully on classic spinner racks. Subscribe today and share your favorite classic comic book memories in the comments below.
Hello, everybody. Me again, Lady Pop Hunter here. And this time I am back with my July comic book pickup. So I usually don't do a lot of comic book pickups. I haven't bought comics, honestly, in a long time. But this month, July, I did a lot of comic book pickups, mainly on eBay, because I'm trying to put together a run of Morbius comics from the 70s. So I bought some stuff for that. And I went to a toy show, the Gadsden Collector Con. And while I was there, I got some really nice books. So I think these will be some things that you're really going to enjoy. So, first, let's look at the Morbius books that I got. Well, the books that I got. So, this one right here I picked up at the Gaston. It was just one issue of hold on. One issue of Ripley's Believe It or Not. And if you've been watching my what am I reading for the month of July, my what am I reading was Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm really getting into that series. Really good series. The stories are, they say it's true stories. Some of them are believable. Some of them are like, oh, okay, whatever. But the stories are good. They're well written. So I'm liking that. I picked this up at Gaston Con. Now for some of my Morbius. So I have Adventures in the Fear, A Man Called Morbius, The Living Vampire, but I was missing a few books in that run, and I think I'm still just missing one. So this is issue number 21. 22, and I bought this one in a lot. So actually, 21 and 22 for me are duplicates because I bought a lot that was really cheap and it had two of the books I wanted, and it was actually cheaper to buy the lot than to buy just the two individual books. So I did it like that. But I needed this one right here, Adventure in the Fear, Living Vampire number 25, number 26. And I'm excited to read these because I think I told you before, I read Spider-Man, the amazing, no, it was Peter Parker. And then they had Morbius in there. I can't remember the number right now, but Morbius was in it, and it was a really good story. And it made me want to read more on the Morbius. So I said, I already had a lot of the Living Vampire, so I wanted to get a complete run before I start reading it because I hate when you don't have the complete run and then you're missing like one book or two books, and then you get to the next book and they're making reference to the book you didn't have. So now you feel lost. Number 27. This is Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and the X-Men, number 4. And this has Morbius in it. And it's another Marvel team up. I think it's number 3 that I need. Okay. Marvel Premiere featuring the Legion of Monsters. And you have Man Thing, which I read the whole thing. I have the omnibus. That's really good. Morbius, the Beast, and Ghost Rider. Okay, so those are my pickups from the from eBay. Now, a couple of things I got from Gaston. My first original EC shock and suspense story. I was so happy to get this. I saw it and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna ever be able to afford that. I asked the guy for the price and he told me, and I was like, wow, that's within range. So of course I had to ask for a deal and he accepted it. So this is Shock and Suspense Stories number 7. And this is an original, is not one of the EC reprints. And I do collect the EC reprints and I have a bunch. Even in the reprints, I don't have this one though. But this is an original. And again, I am just so happy to have an original shock and suspense. And one more pre-code horror that I got from Gaston. And it's actually in a slab. And you know that I don't get slabbed books. But the same guy that I bought that suspense from had this New Dimensions of Suspense, Alarming Tales, number 4. And it's a 8.0. And it's a Harvey publication. And it's again, this is a pre-code horror. Never thought I'd get a pre-code anything because of the price. But the guy that had the shock and suspense had somebody just dropped this off to him, just sold it, and he showed it to me. And I was like, well, how much are you selling that for? And he told me, because he was like, I didn't even get a chance to look at it, to even price it, but he threw a number out there. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. And then I had to ask for a deal. I got this. And I'm again happy to have a pre-code anything in the collection. It's always great. Now, a couple of other things that I got from the Gaston, back to the Morbius. These are some magazines, and these are Marvel Vampire Tales. It came out in 1973 to 1975, and it only had 11 issues. I have 10 because I don't have number 1. Okay, and now back to something that I bought on eBay. Marvel Vampire Tales came out in 1973 to 1975, only has 11 issues. And this one vendor had the entire, well, he had a lot, all of the books except for number 1. So I have 2 through 11. This tells the story of Morbius. Again, I am putting together a complete Morbius run. So this is some of the first Morbius. And it's a magazine. So I'm going to move the banner out of the way so you can see. And it's some great cover art. Look at that artwork. And again, these are all magazines. I need one more. And this is Morbius right here. Again, great painted covers. Really like that. Can't wait to get in there and read it and then tell you what I think about it in my What Am I Reading series. And you have it's not just Morbius. You have a lot of extra, a lot of other characters in this series too. So you're gonna get a bunch of Morbius. You're gonna get Lilith. I think Lilith is supposed to be Satan's daughter, from my understanding. I'm not too sure, but when I was looking it up, they threw out a couple of names of who's in this series, and I know Lilith was one of them. Yep. Now unto us is born Lilith, the daughter of Dracula. She's Dracula's daughter. Plus photos and features on TV's Dark Shadow. Ah, okay. That'll be cool. Now look at this cover. This is a really nice cover. I'm liking that. Morbius again. So that's good. We got Blade, the Vampire Slayer, introducing Blade, the Vampire Slayer. So he's introduced in this book. Look at this cover. Look at that hand coming up out of the grave. And then you got Blade, the Vampire Slayer battles the endless legions of the unliving dead. 5 fear features and fantasies in the macabre Marvel manner. Here we go again. Even Morbius cannot survive the plague of blood. And then the last one, Join or Die. Morbius faces a legion of undead, the Brotherhood of Judas. So I'm really interested in reading this. I think it's going to be really good. I'm gonna start here because this is pre the other of course the Living Vampire. This is pre, I want to say it's pre Amazing Spider-Man, which I have to get 2 more Amazing Spider-Man books, but I think this comes before, but I'm gonna find out so I can kind of put it in order a little bit in case it's like a continuous story. I can read them all together. Now we're gonna go back to the Gaston Con, and we have Marvel Dracula Lives. That's another magazine. Got this from one vendor. It's 13 issues, came out 1973 to 1975. Of course, I don't have 13 books here, but I got some. So that's enough. I'm going to take the banner off so you'll be able to see. And this is the same type of cover as the not the Morbius, as the Vampire Tales. Oh yeah, then look at here. It says bonus fearful photos of Christopher Lee and the Lord of the Undead. Look at this cover. This is a nice one. Look at the sunset, the dogs attacking Dracula, the woman on the edge of the cliff, and all of those dogs coming up. They just put a lot of detail in these covers, in the artwork. I think that's lacking in comics now. It has no depth. It's just a flat picture, just a photo of somebody, whoever the character is, but it has no depth in it. I mean, look at this one. You see the police officers coming through the door. You see the light, the shadow. It's just a lot of thought put into this. The shadows on the wall, the looks, the folds in the outfits, in the clothing. You can see the veins in the girl neck. It's just a lot of detail went into these books, and that's what makes it like some people collect just covers. And I think if I was this a cover collector, I would love to collect this type of stuff just to look at the artwork. I mean, the modern books doesn't, I don't believe, and I could be wrong, and it's just my opinion. It just doesn't feel like, man, I want to pick this up and just read it. Some of it does, but the bulk of it don't. Look at this one. Dracula looked terrified. Those people coming after him. A novel-length tale of terror. Parchment of blood. I mean, look at the bricks in the wall. This looks great. This might be 13 books. I don't know. Going pretty good. Oh, yeah. You're about to fall off this cliff. A woman in the clutches of the Lord of Vampires. A city in the grip of terror. And this is the last one that I have of Dracula Lives. So I would need 2 more, 12 and 13. Can any man escape? Lilith Unleashed. And one more book that I have to show that I also got from the Gaston Con, and it's just one, um, Tales of the Zombie. And I got all of this, the Dracula Lives, and this one from one vendor. Um, Jeff and Linda. I don't know the name of their comic book shop or their virtual shop, but I buy from them pretty often. I just know them by name and sight. Special shock film feature. James Bond versus Voodoo. And that's what I picked up for the month of July. So let me know in the comments, what did you think of the books that I picked up? I picked up again the Marvel Vampire Tales and the Dracula Lives. Have you read any of them? What did you think? How about those covers? Did you think those were some really good covers? Let me know in the comments below. And again, as always, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your schedule and watching. Have a good day.